What's up, everybody? Christian James here. Today's video. Trudeau blames Poilievre for foreign interference. I don't know what he said. Let's take a look.
I'm Prime Minister, so I receive a tremendous amount of classified information covering a broad range of individuals across this country, including in different political parties. But as leader of the Liberal Party, it is awkward, to say the least, to use a mild word, for me to be engaging in who should run or what consequences or who should be a critic or who should be in what position for an opposition party. As you pointed out earlier, the answer was to offer classified briefings to all the leaders of the parties so that they could best be positioned to take the necessary actions to protect their MPs, some of whom might be vulnerable, some of whom might be witting or unwitting around foreign interference, and therefore demonstrate to Canadians that the integrity of their parties and the protection of their parties from federal foreign interference was done. And that was always my instinct. I can know about it. I don't act on that stuff because I don't believe in the partisan using national security information for partisan purposes, nor should any prime minister. But informing the leader so they can take proper actions is, I think, the right way of doing things. Stepping away from this specific example, because I don't want to weigh into this
take it down.
example. Because I am Prime Minister and privy to all these informations, I have the names of a number of parliamentarians, former parliamentarians and/or candidates in the Conservative Party of Canada who are engaged or at high risk of, or for whom there is clear intelligence around foreign interference.
If that's a matter of national security, I don't give a shit what party you're with. I don't care what color you are, NDP, orange, conservative blue, liberal red, Green Party green, PPC purple now, and whatever the hell other parties we have. I don't care about the party. I care about the individual. If the party is risking national security and you're aware of it, as the head honcho somehow, as the guy at the tippy top, your job is to let the people know, to let the police know, the RCMP know, the people know themselves, hey, this is what's happening. But if you have this information and you know somebody, I don't give a crap if conservative or not, is doing something illegally, you have to do something about it, bipartisan. Or is it the fact that your party, the Orange Party, the Green Party, and the Purple Party all have the same amount of interference, but you're worried about losing the election to Pierre?
Inform the Conservative Party leader to be warned and armed to be able to make decisions that protect the integrity of that party, of its members, from attempts at activities around foreign interference. And the decision by the leader of the Conservative Party to not get those classified briefings means that nobody in his party, not him, and nobody in a position of power knows the names of these individuals and can take appropriate action. It also means nobody's there to stand up for those individuals if the intelligence is shoddy or incomplete or just allegations from a single source. And that is something that as you've seen, we are ready to question intelligence when it comes towards the Liberal Party members, because we need to make sure if you're going to end someone's career, you're doing it in a responsible way. The decision of the leader of the Conservative Party to not receive the necessary clearance to get those names and protect the integrity of his party is bewildering to me and entirely lacks common sense. Particularly when you look at the NSICOP report that clearly lays out, the public NSICOP report that clearly lays out that in both of the most recent Conservative leadership races, there was foreign interference. The fact that there seems to be absolutely no curiosity or openness in trying to figure out what happened, or whether someone was compromised, or whether a foreign country impacted those leadership races, is simply irresponsible. The fact that we see, and I'm getting a little more partisan than I've tried to in this case, but it is so egregious to me that the leader of the official opposition, who is certainly trying very hard to become prime minister, is choosing to play partisan games with foreign interference and accusations around foreign interference, but not taking it the least bit serious as regards to his own responsibilities as party leader.
All right, so the Conservative Party apparently is the only party with this foreign interference, allegedly, as he said. Why is it irresponsible for Pierre to not get... Look, if he's supposed to have the clearance, according to CSIS and the RCMP, he would have the clearance. He's just the official opposition. He has no power within the government. He's not elected by anybody other than his party members to be party leader. Why would he want or need to be privy to all this hypothetical information? Like you said, you question authority, CSIS, RCMP, etc., the military likely also, on the information they're giving you. So if you end someone's career, you do it responsibly. Do you think they don't know what they're doing? Do you think they need to run it by you, blackface? Do you think they really need to run it by you, Mr. My wife didn't like me, so she left me? Look, bro, he's trying hard to become prime minister to save the country, according to him, to axe the tax, da-da-da-da-da. It's a good slogan. You have had 9 years and you fucking ruined everything except for legalizing weed.
Beefed up as they bring on candidates from across the country is inexplicable and, quite frankly, concerning. So stepping back from that, our recommendation, and certainly one of the things that is alluded to in some of these reports, and certainly the Commission's work can be, is to indicate that it would probably be pretty important that, as a matter of course, party leaders, certainly of the main political parties, maybe not the Marxist-Leninist candidate that runs against me every election in Papineau, but certainly the main political...
Why did you say that? If the person doesn't matter and they shouldn't be privy to it, why would the Marxist-Leninist candidate who runs against you every election, why did you bring that person up? Did you want everybody to remember coming in the election who watches this, they're a Marxist-Leninist candidate? I'm not saying to vote for them or vote for him. It's just odd that you brought up the person who supposedly doesn't matter.
Briefings and clearances that allow them to respond to the very real threats that we have seen of foreign interference in their parties, and that top officials at the party level, as Jeremy Broadhurst was by dint of his day job in my government outside of the campaign period, was able to take that information and discuss with me the consequences that should be meted out, or whether action should be taken or not. It is, I think, a vulnerability to foreign interference that we have as a democracy that some party leaders have decided not to get access to some names that would be very germane for them to at least know and understand the risks around.
7.5 minutes of him blaming Pierre for foreign interference because Pierre doesn't have the ability. Look, if you know some things, it means you can't discuss some things, which if the minute he knows some things, he can't say anything about them. You can't have hypotheticals because then you know what's happening. When he becomes Prime Minister, Trudeau, he'll know everything that he needs to know and deal with it in that time. But until then, thanks for rambling. Thanks for being useless. Thanks for the carbon tax. Thanks for nothing. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.